DoorDash just announced a pretty astounding update to their Peak Pay bonus program for Dashers, and I think it is so new that no one's talking about it. You know, Peak Pay, the per delivery bonus, and now in 2023, 2024, there's separate Peak Pay incentives for DoorDash's earning opportunities. The earn by order and the earn by time. As you can see here, it just depends on the earnings mode that you're driving on. So a per order bonus or a per hour bonus. And the way it works is it's scheduled Peak Pay. So from 5:30 to 9:30, from 11:30, 3:30, whatever it is, right? A certain window that you get that Peak Pay. Now, at least at the time of filming this video, we can't see the earn by time hourly Peak Pay, but that's relatively new, okay? So the earn by order, that Peak Pay has always been scheduled. And that's in a stark contrast to competitor Uber Eats. They have surge pay, that's a per delivery bonus, but it's basically always changing. It comes, it goes up, it goes down with just supply and demand imbalances. But I just noticed, listen to this, on one support page on DoorDash, on one paragraph, the company announcing a brand new pilot program that dramatically changes the per delivery, the Peak Pay for you, the Dasher. So if you try to find information about Peak Pay on, again, DoorDash's support page, at the very bottom, it says this: how does the dynamic Peak Pay pilot program work? And listen to this. Our new dynamic Peak Pay pilot program does not have a set start and end time. Check the Dasher app to see if dynamic Peak Pay is alive in your area and receive an extra $1 on each delivery you complete when the offer is live at the eligible starting point. If you start your Dash when dynamic Peak Pay is live, but you don't receive any offers before dynamic Peak Pay is no longer live, we'll add an extra $1 on the next offer you receive in the same Dash. Note that if you decline that next offer, you may not see the extra $1 on the following order. So to clarify, this wildly changes Peak Pay from a set, predictable, I can count on it, scheduled per delivery bonus to a changing, or at least as they say, dynamic Peak Pay with, again, no start and no defined end time. So how's this different than Uber Eats? Their surge pay, the constantly up and down per delivery bonus. I have a lot of questions and I could not find this described anywhere. Just this one little paragraph on DoorDash's support page. And even, get this, I mean, if you've seen screenshots, emails of this, let me know down below in the comments. But typically, at least drivers will comment on Reddit, like, hey, this brand new thing's coming through. I found nothing. So what marketplaces is this new dynamic Peak Pay in? Doesn't say. The window of the dynamic Peak Pay, how long does that last? Does it go up from zero, like kind of like Uber Eats, then $1 Peak Pay, $1.50, $2, $3, etc.? Or does it just jump Peak Pay, like up $2, up, now it's gone? How long does it typically last? How does it work? Is it based on, like, I don't know, Uber Eats supply and demand imbalances? There's a lot of orders, not enough Dashers nearby or online. Does it pertain to the entire active market, like Uber Eats, and just little pockets are changing? Or is it going to be the entire sub-markets on DoorDash because your entire market's broken down into smaller sub-markets? Is it always just $1? That's a massive thing. Can you imagine that Peak Pay is now changing and they say, in this example, at least $1. So is it always going to be $1 or is it going up and down? And let me know any other questions or thoughts you have on this down below in the comments, because I just noticed this. And the Google search at least said November 2023, but I'm betting this was even sooner, like maybe a December update that they just kind of added this to the support page. And the overall elephant in the room question that I thought that you're probably thinking, I'm scared to ask it, but we're all thinking it, is this going to be the new norm. So what's the plan here? Is it going to be a smaller just pilot? Is it going to be like Dasher Rewards that they expand it over the next 6 to 12 months? The main thing that we need to think about is if it is, and here's a strategy, here's next steps for you and I, any Dashers, new or experienced, that is it going to mean less earnings overall? Because you could rely, let's say, on $2 peak pay from 5:30 to 9:30 or whatever it was in your marketplace. So now, let's say dinner rush 5:30 to 9:30. If I had dynamic peak pay, then it's going to go up to like $2, $2.50, back down to $1, right? Now, one good thing, maybe like Uber Eats, is it really rewards market expertise because you can't just like sit anywhere and get an extra $2.50. You'll really have to know the power strips and your own power strips, not just the hotspots that DoorDash talks about, and being in areas that truly get busy. Because I'm assuming, we'll have to see because I have no idea, that peak pay is going to be based again on supply imbalances and actual areas of the marketplace that truly are busy. But then there's the argument of like, well, no, even Uber Eats, they offer surge, not necessarily when there's orders, but when there's not enough drivers there. So they just want you to go there. Like, yeah, here's an extra $3 in this little tiny block or whatever, plaza, power strip, whatever. But we statistically aren't seeing more orders. We're just trying to space out drivers. And I mean, on Uber Eats, it's been the case always with their surge since like I did rideshare in 2015 because they still had surge. Well, they had a multiplier, but it's very similar. It was going up and down. Is that it's a very volatile because relying on peak pay scheduled for 3 hours is a lot different than hoping it goes up and down. I'm going to go online. I just missed it. Of a volatile dynamic peak pay. Again, I don't have dynamic peak pay. I don't know what it's going to look like on the app. Send us screenshots if you can, if you have any screenshots or emails of this. I don't know how long it's going to last. All of that. But I wanted to let you know first because typically what we see is, a pilot program. It's mentioned somewhere on the support pages, but usually, eventually, DoorDash gives it an entire breakdown, its own support page to break down the program in more detail. Initial verdict, I don't feel particularly good on this. I'll be honest with you. I like relying on scheduled peak pay. I feel like it's probably going to result in less hourly earnings. I would love to be proved wrong, DoorDash. I would love this to be a good thing somehow, that it's mathematically better and again rewards Dashers for their market knowledge, but we'll have to see. And I'll have to see what this looks like. I'll report back. Make sure to subscribe so you can stay in the know here if you're a Dasher thinking about signing up, new Dasher, experienced Dasher, because there's a lot coming here.